Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening to me from. My name is Dr. Latte, and in this video, I want to explain how to use the moving average to determine the trend of the market so that it can help you to avoid floating losses and also help you to trade and make maximum profits in the market in the crypto world. So, follow me, let's dig right into this lesson and learn a few things. I'll give you wonderful information that will really help you for the day. So, I want to talk about moving averages. Yeah, moving averages. I know it's one of the indicators in the crypto world or even in the forex world, and it's a wonderful indicator that I want us to look at. A lot of people have been asking me the question, how I identify the trend of the market. You know that it is not always advisable to trade against the market. So one of the rules, especially of the futures market, is never trade against what the market. So as assuming the market is on a bearish, and then you decide to trade on a bull what, or assume the market is on an uptrend and you trade on a downtrend, automatically you go into floating loss. And that is one of the things that many of us we fail to see all the time. So today I want to take time to explain all these things for us so that we can understand them very, very well. So what is moving average? Moving average, when we talk of MA, like most of the times you see on many platforms they have MA. MA represents moving average, and it's an indicator that helps to smooth out price data by creating what constant update average price. So it takes a number of candles, then it strikes the average price of those candles. So sometimes they can use 100, they can use 50, they can use 25, they can use 7, they can use 200. So based on what you are looking at is what you look for in the signal or in that indicator. So there are types of moving averages. There are types of moving averages. The first one that I'll talk about is the SMA. The SMA, we have the simple moving average. The simple moving average, in fact, it takes the sum of closing prices over a period of time divided by the number of period. So if the candles are 10, are 1 to 10, so we have 1 to 10, we have uh, uh, like 1 to 10, one it will take 1 2 3, then to add all of them, then divided by 10, then it will take the price, and that will give you the simple moving average. And that one, it's normally like use, or it smoothens out short term fluctuations, and so it is better used for what long term analysis. So if you want to do a long term analysis of the market, then the SMA or the simple moving average is the best one to use. Then on the second one that I want to talk about, we have the EMA. So the EMA is also there. So we have EMA, and the EMA represents exponential moving average. So exponential moving average, it gives us more weight to what recent prices, unlike the simple moving averages that lacks a little. The, like, in totality, the moving average is a lagging indicator. It means it slows down and like in giving us the exact price at the market at the same time, as you like, in just a few seconds or something like that. So we have the EMA. So the EMA, it reacts faster to recent price changes rather than the SMA. So if you want a better view of the market, then you have to be looking out for the EMA, and it is favored by short-term what traders for faster indicators or signals in the market. So that is the two types of moving averages that we have. But as we go on, I will explain more of them, and then you understand. So I know somebody might be asking that, how do you use them? What is the importance of the moving average? Now, the first importance of the moving average, that it helps us to to identify the trend of the market. So it helps to identify the trend of the market, whether the trend is bearish or bullish, so or uptrend or downtrend. So that is one of the most important things that you'll be looking out for in the video. Now two, it also helps us to indicate supports and resistance areas in the market. So I'll talk about that in later in the video. And then the third advantage of the moving average is that it also helps us in crossing over signals, so that we can see where the trend of the market is going. In the moving average convergence and divergence, which is the MACD indicator, we have the cross, like we have the crosses, whereby we have the golden cross, and then we have the death cross. So I'll talk about those things more in the video. So these are the advantages of the moving average, and then I'll show you how to see it and then how to use it, so that you can understand it very well and use it. It's an indicator that is very, very powerful. If you know how to use it, it will help you to avoid a lot of issues in the market, so that you don't get locked up in the market. Now, on the Royal Kill platform, which is my keen interest in this video, I'll show you how to identify these trends. Now, moving averages have lines. Normally, it's a short moving average against an exponential moving average, which has huge number of candles. So normally we can have candles that has been analyzed like 200. We can have 200. We can also have 100 candles that has been analyzed for average price. We can also have 50, when we can have 25. We can also have 7. It depends on what you're looking for. By in this Royal platform, most of the things that we'll be doing is 99. So our goal will be on 99 moving candles average. Then we'll look at also the 25, and then we'll look at 7. So these are the candlesticks that has been analyzed for us, or we'll be using in the Royal Kill platform. So let's move into the Royal Kill platform. Or before I go there, now all the candles that has been analyzed for us have colors that come with it on the Royal Kill platform. Let me explain that before we go into the platform. So there are three lines in the moving average that are given to us as indicators in our platform. You can see this also on TradingView. So if you have the paid version of TradingView, you can see the moving average, but I'm using the Royal Kill. That is where I can find. So the first line that we will meet, or the 99 moving average, normally it is a purple color. So I'll choose the purple color, then I'll apply it. So that is how it is. So this is the purple color, and that is the 99 moving average. So that is MA, right? And then we have another moving average, which is the 25 moving average. Normally it comes in the color of pink, so either pink or it's most like pink or red. So pink, so I'll use pink for it. So I'll draw a line that is pink, and that is what the 25 moving average. So I'm giving you all the colors so that when we go there we will not be struggling there. And then we have also we have the yellow. So most of the times we say it is the golden line, so that is yellow, and that is the 7 moving average. So this is how it is. So these are the three lines that we'll be using for our indicators. We'll be using to analyze the market. So these three lines move together. So per the positions that we find them will help us to determine where the trend of the market is. That is where our keen interest is. So now let's get some things right down. In a downtrend, right? In a downtrend, most of the times you will see the candle movement in a direction. So for instance, if I'm using a black line for the direction of the market, so this is on a downtrend, you see that the 99 moving average, which is the purple line, will be on top, and then we have the 25 moving average below it, and then we have the 7 moving average on the last. So the on the downtrend, this is the movements of the lines. That is what will help us to see how how the trend of the market is going. So on a downtrend, we will have a 99 moving average first, then we will have a 25 moving average follows, then we have a 7 moving average, in that order. If you see an order of the lines or the moving averages in that order, it tells you that we are on a downtrend. So that is one of the things that I want you to pay attention to, right? So on an uptrend also, it is the reversal. So on the uptrend, we have the 7 will come first, then it's followed by what, the 25, then it's followed by what, the 99. So this is an uptrend movement. So if you see the lines moving in this direction, or you see a 7 or the golden line on top, and it's followed by the purple line, which is 25 moving average, and it's followed by a 99 moving average, which is the purple line in this direction, then you know that you are in for what, an uptrend. So that is the movement. So so this is an uptrend, UT, and this is a downtrend. So this is are the two things that I want us to pay attention to. So uptrend and downtrend. If you want to know that the market is on an uptrend, the first thing that you need to do is to check the movement of the moving averages. So if it's an uptrend, you will see that what, the 7 moving average, which is a yellow line, is on top, followed by the purple line, and followed by the what, no, the 7 is on top, the yellow line is on top, followed by our pink line, and followed by our purple line. That is the movement that will indicate that we are on an what, on an uptrend. Good, beautiful. Then if it's a downtrend, we will have the purple line will be on top, then we have the pink line follow, and then we have the yellow line also follows. That shows that we are on a what, on a downtrend. Good. So let's move into the Royal Kill platform, where I'll show you how to identify. I'll just pick any coin of my choice, and normally what we do is that you try and use the time frames, about 4 time frames, to secure your position. So you look at the 15 minutes time frame, you look at the 1 hour time frame, you can also look at the 4 hour time frame, and you can also look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, so or the 1 day hour time frame. So the 1 day also will help you to see very well. So normally I would advise that don't use only the 15 minutes to do your analysis. Use the 1 hour, also the 4 hours, and also use the, how do you call it, use the, like the 1 day to also do your analysis. So I'm on royal kill. I'm on the futures market. I'm using the futures market for this analysis, but you can use it also for like the spot trading and other things. So I want I want to pick any coin of my choice. So I want to pick any coin. I'm just using any coin for analysis at the moment. So I'll use the syrup USDT. So I'll choose the syrup USDT from my list of tokens and coins. So now I'll go into the after I select the coin, I'll hit this small signal here, which is a histogram at the top here. So I'll click on this one, right? And then it will take me into the analysis of the coin so that I can see. So it says a risk warning. So I understand. Now you can see that on this chart, they are giving us so many indicator, like so many information that we need to pay attention to. So we have the time frame is always here. So always make sure that you check watch of the time frame that you want to do your analysis. So we'll be using the 15 minutes, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day to do analysis. So that is one of the things that I want you to pay attention to. Now the other thing I want to pay attention to is that when you look at the below the time frame, you can see that we have the MA7, MA25, and MA99. These are the moving averages and that I spoke about, and that is what we'll be using for our indicator. So in the chart here, in the chart below, you can see that you can see how do you call it? You can see that we have the moving average. So in case you are not seeing this, like lines here, it means that maybe you are not using like the moving average. So you have to come back to this place where the indicators are. So this is the area for the indicators on the royal kill. So you just have to select MA. So you have to select MA so that maybe it might be on Bolinga. So you just take it off and select MA, and you are good to go. And you will see all the indicators that, or the MA indicator, or the moving average indicator that I'm talking about. So now I'm going back to the trade, and then we'll do the analysis and see some few things here. So I'm on a 15 minutes time frame, and I can see that a few things are happening in this trade. So let's see how we'll use this coin for an analysis. Okay, so we have this one. We have our purple line is here. I'll circle that one first. It's followed by our our pink line, and then our golden line. Good. So these are the movements. So you see that for a time now, this token or this coin, which is a syrup, has been on an uptrend. But we can see that there's been a death cross here. Yeah, where you can see here, there's been a death cross here at the moment. So it means that there's going to be a small downtrend before maybe there will be a pull up again into the markets. So that is some of the things that we need to pay attention. But my goal is for us to watch the movement of the coin in that order. So like I said, if you are having a movement of 99, or a purple line is below, and then we have a pink line on top, and then we have a golden line on top, it indicates that we are having an uptrend. But this is for 15 minutes time frame. So I'll change the time frame into 1 hour, and then we'll see. Okay, so you can see that in the 1 hour time frame, we have the purple line is below, then we have the pink line at the top, then we have our golden line on top, It means that this coin is on an uptrend. No matter what it is, that is the movement. It's on an uptrend. So if we want to trade short, we have to be extra careful so that we don't stay in the market for too long. And this is a 1 hour time frame. So every candle here is representing 1 hour. So that is the movement of this coin in an what in a 1 hour time frame is indicating that it's on an uptrend, even though it has started dropping a little, but it's on an uptrend. So if you are trading it, you have to be careful. Now I'll go to the 4 hour time frame. Now on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that we have we have a crossing happening, and then we can see that our golden cross is on top, and then our purple line is between is there. So like let me just take a circle for us, so we can see that this one, yes, yes, we had a golden cross here. That golden cross is leading what these two candlesticks, or these two lines, like the pink line and the golden line, to be moving above the above the pink line. When you see it like this, it indicates that this movement of the market is uptrend. So if you want to trade it, you have to know the direction where you want to trade. So in this case, you can trade long on the spot market, or you can trade what shorts, or you can trade long on the how do you call it, on the futures market. So this is the analysis of 4 hour time frame. Now let's look at the 1 day also time frame and see. Okay, so on the 1 day also, we can see that like this movement has been on a downtrend for a while, but now it is moving on an uptrend. That's moved uptrend and then is dropping, but you can see that there's going to be a golden cross. So anytime you see the yellow line crossing the purple line from beneath here, you can see that very soon we'll have a golden cross. That is when we have a golden cross in the moving average. And whenever you see also a golden cross, a golden line crossing a purple line from above, that is when we also have a depth cross. So you can see that there will be a depth cross around this place. Good. So we have a depth cross here happening here, and then we also are going to have a golden cross also here. So those are the two crosses that we normally see. So if you want to do the analysis, you have to pay attention and look at all these indicators. Then it will help you to make a wise decision into the market. And don't forget that we don't use only one indicator to enter the market, but this one can also guide you very, very well, so that you can know how to enter the market. So that is how you use the moving average in doing this analysis. Now let's take another coin. I want to take any random coin and see how the movement is going with it. Then we'll be able to make decisions. So let's use the 1,000 bonk USDT. So in this trade, now let's look at this one. Yes, now we see that in this trade we have the purple line is on top, and is followed by the yellow line, and then is followed by the purple line. So this one, there's a kind of a little indecision, but we know that once the purple line is on top, it means we have a kind of a downtrend. So this one, if I want to trade a coin like this, either I'll wait for a depth cross to happen around here. So I'll wait for a depth cross to happen here before I trade shorts on the futures market. So that is one of the things that you have to take note. Now let's look at the 1 hour time frame. So in the 1 hour time frame, we can see uncertainty in the market now. We can see that our purple line is our purple line is on top. Then we have what our pink line below, and then we have the golden line also below. So this is like a downtrend. Yes, we can see a perfect downtrend here, but then we look at the 4 hour time frame also. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that this trade is on a downtrend because there's been a golden cross, a death cross at the top here. So there's been a death cross here, right, where I've circled. So there's been a death cross. So you can see that this coin will be coming down, yeah, per our analysis. So if you want to trade, then you'll be looking at short positions, or even it's uncertain. Like the market is very uncertain, so we have to wait for uh, it to settle well before we can enter the market. Now let me use another coin for another example. Let me use the alt USDT. So alt USDT. I'm just picking any coin on a random. So alt USDT. So alt USDT. Now let's look at this one on a 15 minutes time frame. So on a 15 minutes time frame, we can see that there's been a golden cross here. There's been a golden cross around this place, and this market is beginning to move on an uptrend. You can see this, our yellow line has crossed the purple line, right? And then our purple line is also about to cross it. So in this case, we can see that this market is on an uptrend. So if I want to trade this altcoin, I'll just pick a long position, or I'll just trade on the spot market. I'll buy low and sell high. That is one of the things I can see. Now let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Go now. The 1 hour time frame also indicates that this market has been on a downtrend for a while, but it's going to move. It's beginning to move on an uptrend, but as to how much it will move, that one we cannot tell. So in this case, it's still on a downtrend. So if you want to trade it, you have to look at other indicators to also help you to make a wise decision. Now let's look at the 4 hour time frame. And the 4 hour time frame shows that this market has been on a downtrend right from the top. So there has been a death cross at the top. So we can see that what it's on a how do you call it? It's on a downtrend. So it indicates, you see, the 15 minutes was also telling us that this is on an uptrend. The 1 hour is telling us that we are on a downtrend. The 4 hour is telling us that we're on a downtrend. Then on the 1 day, we also see that there's been a little uptrend here. So it's two against two. So if you want to trade it, you have to look at other indicators to also make your decision very wise, because this coin, two time frames are telling us that it is on a downtrend, and two time frames are telling us that it's on an uptrend. Normally, I would advise that at least make sure that at least three of the indicators or the time frames are pointing to your direction. Assu- Assuming I want to trade shorts, at least three of the time frames should all points in the direction of a short, then or the downtrend. Then it will be safer to trade it in that direction. So that is how you will know the direction of every market, or the direction of every coin that we trade. So I want to use the last coin for example, and then we are good to go. Now let's look at um yes, let's look at the AGT. So let's use AGT for example, AGT USDT. Okay, so AGT USDT, let's look at what is happening to this coin. Now this coin has been on a downtrend from here. Yes, we can see that on the 15 minutes time frame we have a death cross here, and this coin has moved down a little, even though our two lines have not crossed our purple line, right? So it's on a downtrend, but maybe it can move up, because you can see that it's beginning to move up. So let's look. And there's also, and the MACD is also showing that there's going to be a golden cross below here, right? So that one also can also help us a lot. So let's look at the 1 hour time frame. So the 1 hour time frame is telling us that, look, this coin has been on an uptrend for a while, but it has been dropping for some time now. for the past few hours it has been dropping, but the probability that it will drop and cross and create a depth cross, as for that one, it will depend on the market. But we know this coin is on an uptrend. So if I want to trade, me if I want to trade this coin, I will trade it for either long. Yes, or the market is really uncertain. So let me look at other time frame. So now you can see that on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that this market is on an uptrend, even though our purple line is up, but the purple line is descending. So for the while, maybe you can leave it for a while and cross check some few things. So we have an uptrend from the bottom moving up. So we just have to watch it carefully. Now on a 1 day, we can see that this movement is on a downtrend for a very long time now, but it's beginning to what, move up. So this market is a little uncertain. So if you want to enter this coin, you have to look at other indicators as well. Yeah, so that is how we use the moving average to help do analysis now. Now I want to use the last coin for analysis, and then I'll be good to go. So we have the AAVE as a coin. Let's look at the AAVE also and see what is happening there. So AAVE on the 15 minutes time frame, we can see that we have a kind of uptrend moving up now. Yes, we can have some uptrends moving now. So if I want to enter this coin, maybe I might look for other indicators, because the purple line is still up, the yellow line is below it, and the purple line is and the pink line is below. It tells us that like there's a kind of uncertainty with this coin in the 15 minutes. So let's look at the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is telling us that we are on a downtrend. Yes, we've been on a downtrend on this coin for some time now, but we don't know, anything can happen. But we see that there's been a golden cross on the MACD, like below, you can see. So this coin is beginning to pick up gradually. So if I want to trade this coin, maybe I will look at other indicators before I will trade it. So let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Now the 4 hour time frame is giving me a clearer picture of the whole scenario. It's telling me that this coin is on a downtrend. We have the purple line is at the top, and then we have the pink line below it, and then we have the golden line below. So this coin is on a downtrend. So if I want to trade and be in the market for a while, like 4 hours or more, then I should be looking for what, a downtrend, right? Beautiful. So that is how this market works like. So on a 1 day, we consider, oh, this coin is on an uptrend, but it has been dropping recently. So if I want to trade it, then I have to look at other indicators, and it will help me to make a very wise decision in the market. So this is how we use the moving average to indicate our trends in the market. Remember that if in an uptrend, the 99 moving average, which is the purple line, is on top, and then is followed by the 25 moving average, which is a pink or red line, and then we have the 7 moving average, which is the golden line. It follows in that suit, and that is indicating that we have what, we have um we have a downtrend, right? We have a downtrend, but in an uptrend, we'll have the 7 moving average, which is the golden line on top, and then it's followed by the 25 moving average, which is the pink or the red line, and then it's followed by the purple line, which is the 99 moving average, and then on and on. So that is how it goes like. So I hope you understand this video. If you have any comments, you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section, and then I will attend to you, and I hope I can impact something into you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. My name again is Dr. Latte. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Bye bye.